Skinner and Demoulas in Richfield Springs and R.A. Dudrek, the Window King, present Mohawk Valley Living, exploring the arts, culture, and heritage of our region. A special good morning to our new Facebook friends from New Hartford.
Good morning and welcome to Mohawk Valley Living. Today we will be continuing our tour of New Hartford, and then we're taking a trip to Utica, where we will be digging into our past. So stay tuned.
Today's your last day to visit the Herkimer County Fair. There's a tractor pull at 10 a.m. and a children's rodeo at 4 p.m. Tonight at 7 o'clock, there's a four-wheel drive truck pull, and Fritz's Polka Band wraps up the week at 9 o'clock tonight at the Herkimer County Fairgrounds in Frankfort. Special thanks to our presenting sponsor, R.A. Dudrek, for making the show possible. We've been getting updates from our friends at the Tramontaine in Utica about the archaeological dig happening across the street from the cafe. So before we head to New Hartford, we head back 150 years to Utica's past, being uncovered at 6 different locations along Utica's north-south arterial.
This is an archaeological excavation related to the DOT's arterial project, where we've uncovered parts of the Shenango Canal, lock number 3, and a wastewater weir.
Now, did we expect to find this here when you looked here?
No, not really. There were some indications that on the old maps that the canal might be nearby, but 4 out of the 5 early maps that we used suggested that it was out underneath the northbound lane of the arterial. What we've got are foundations for a wastewater weir, a spillway, and a sluiceway, which would have directed water around the lock itself. We've also discovered part of the lock and some reinforcing of the canal bed. We're doing this mainly to preserve historic and prehistoric cultural resources that are the property of the state and state citizens. Some of the other sites and features we found here are related to life in Utica after the canal was abandoned and houses were built here along Lincoln Ave, including a privy or an outhouse and some drainage pipes that would have come from the houses and would have emptied back into the low ground that the canal was built in.
To learn more about their findings, the history of the Shenango Canal, and life in Utica during the mid-1800s, visit the Oneida County Historical Society in Utica.
Well, good times may come and good times go, but one thing stays the same. It's the feeling I get when I look around. It lets me know I'm home. I'm making this.
Watch Mohawk Valley Living Sundays on Fox 33 and WUTR. And coming soon, a new magazine featuring show summaries, maps, guides, and more. Watch the show every Sunday and pick up the free Mohawk Valley Living magazine coming this fall.
I wanna live. Yes, I'm making this valley my home.
Here's what's hot on the lot at Skinner and Demoulas. Check out this sweet 2010 Buick LaCrosse with less than 40,000 miles. Was $22,995, now $19,995. Mohawk Valley Living fans save another grand, now $18,995 at Skinner and Demoulas.
Everyone knows the Window King for windows because he's been selling good windows cheap for years. But R.A. Dudrek is much more than windows. He's windows and doors, kitchens and floors. So, whether you're looking for energy-efficient windows to save money this winter, or a new kitchen to brighten up those long winter months, the Window King has it all. Visit their showroom in beautiful Holland Patent and see for yourself why R.A. Dudrek is the Window King.
Stroll, shop, and rock in the village of Clinton. 34 local artists have transformed handcrafted rockers into original, functional works of art. Be sure to bid on your favorite during Art Rocks in Clinton, presented by Staffworks. Melrose Supermarket is your family hometown market. known for their choice hand-cut meats, homemade breads, and fresh pastas and salads. Check out the weekly specials at Melrose Supermarket, East Main Street in Frankfort. Summer fashion at a fraction during the summer clearance. Save up to 40% on colorful, fun-to-wear summer clothing. On sale now at the Village Crossing in Clinton. Mark your calendars for the ultimate celebration of autumn, the 35th Annual Harvest Festival, September 14th and 15th at the Farmers Museum. This regional favorite brings together a wide range of performers, artisans, great food, music, animals, and family activities. Enjoy traditional 19th century music, horse-drawn wagon rides, apple cider pressing, and free rides on the Empire State Carousel. It's the 35th Annual Harvest Festival, September 14th and 15th at the Farmers Museum in Cooperstown. Buy the bushel and save at North Star Orchards. Take advantage of summer's bounty and stock up now for freezing and canning. Pick a peck of peppers. Choose from 8 varieties. Enjoy sweet nectarines and peaches from New York and Pennsylvania. Buy the bushel and save at North Star Orchards in Westmoreland.
When you're not around, I don't know quite what to do with myself. So if you have to leave me tonight, now, baby, just don't come at all. When you're gone, you know just what I'll do.
Tonight at 7 p.m., enjoy a blend of blues and folk music by 5th-generation Adirondack resident Gwen Tracy. Bring a chair or blanket to the Old Forge Lakefront and enjoy a free concert by the Gwen Tracy Band. Tonight at 7 p.m.
Come on and give it, yeah, whip it to me.
Special thanks to Skinner and Demoulas for keeping Mohawk Valley Living on the road. Stop in and say hi to the guys at Skinner and Demoulas in Richfield Springs. This week, we're back in New Hartford, named by the early settlers for New Hartford, Connecticut. The village was a commercial success until the Erie Canal opened, giving Utica a big advantage. Since we're in New Hartford, we stop in to visit one of the very first artists featured on the show back in 2005. Christine Tiza hasn't slowed down a bit. She's still painting up a storm and has started practicing and teaching yoga. To make more time for her painting, she recently retired from teaching at Proctor High School.
I'm very excited. Yes, I decided to retire this June. I'm sure I'll be feeling some pains in September, but I really want to work on my own art. Well, teaching will always remain very important for me, and I'm not going to totally give it up. I might try to teach adjunct somewhere. It's always been a good way for me to learn, to know my techniques better, and to even experiment with different techniques. The students were totally gifted, believe me, at Proctor High School, because there's so many different nationalities, and I would love to do a book, actually, due to their color palettes. One student from Bosnia had an entirely different color palette than a student from Puerto Rico versus a student from Nepal, from Thailand. So I've taken numerous photographs to possibly do that book.
To see Tisa's work and keep up with her new adventures, visit tisagallery.com.
You can leave or stay just as long as you please. Write me a letter if you need any money from me. Baby, can't you see, no matter where you go, you never find another friend like me.
For lunch, we thought we'd give you the scoop on a new restaurant in the New Hartford Shopping Center, but it seems the word has already spread about the Grapevine. This Mediterranean restaurant is hopping, but you can call ahead and walk into your already set and served table. The secret ingredient is the winning combination of husband and wife chefs Louis and Myrna Zena.
The restaurant, actually, I was happy with just catering, but my wife had a restaurant. She wanted a place that she wanted a restaurant, but we're happy with it. We're making the best of it. I'm very happy with the restaurant. It came out very well. We have a great staff, and our staff is like family. They're always backing us up and helping us getting things done. We prepare Mediterranean food, mostly Lebanese food. We combine taste and health. Some places have healthy food but has no taste. We have both.
The Grapevine is open Monday through Saturday at 10 a.m. for lunch and dinner, but closes early on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Located in the New Hartford Shopping Center at 120 Genesee Street in New Hartford. We walk across the parking lot to visit Nicky Doodles. This small ice cream chain has been family-owned and operated by the Toomey family since 1998, with locations in Rome, Verona, Utica, and here at the New Hartford Shopping Center. We meet owner Debbie, who helps us choose one of their 50 flavors of soft serve. We opted for creamy Kahlua. It's hard to come up with a good segue from ice cream to health food. Fortunately, we are intercepted by some fans of the show and their friendly little four-legged companions. We visit Peter's Cornucopia, the popular health food store and cafe. We are greeted by the owner, Peter Korn himself. What started as a small 1,000 square foot store in the village in 1985 has grown to this over 10,000 square foot grocery store. Peter tells us his secret to success is growing in baby steps. He has also stayed ahead of the growing trend toward more natural, healthier diets.
Basically, a lot of the mainstream people, whether it's young, old, are into health foods. They're into vitamins. They're into taking care of themselves. I mean, a lot of our business comes from food allergies, environmental allergies, gluten-free allergies. So in that sense, some people are into it because they took it into their own hands, and maybe some of them had health issues and some didn't. And then there's the group of people that had to come into the store because that's where they had to get the foods that they needed to survive almost, you know what I mean? We basically started working in the business when I was 14, 15 years old. I had a brother-in-law that had a store in Utica. He was kind of a pioneer of sorts at the time. Did it probably before it had any popularity at all. And I learned the business basically as a young kid working with him. And then I worked through high school, running the store at nighttime, and I just loved everything about it. I think I loved the customers. I was into it, you know, the working out, eating good. It was really everything, you know. I think I kind of fell into it, but I always had a passion for it, and it just never knew where the future was going to go. You know what I mean? I never always thought maybe if I could ever have my own store, that would be what I would want more than anything. And I guess luckily everything kind of clicked, and here I am 28 years later, 30 years later.
Peter's Cornucopia is open Monday through Friday 9 to 8, Saturday 9 to 6, and Sunday 11 to 4. Cafe Utopia is open Monday through Saturday 9 to 4 and Sunday 11 to 3, located in the New Hartford Shopping Center.
Just trying to find my way back home. Just trying to find my way back home.
Here's what's hot on the lot at Skinner and Demoulas. Check out this sweet 2010 Buick LaCrosse with less than 40,000 miles. Was $22,995, now $19,995. Mohawk Valley Living fans save another grand, now $18,995 at Skinner and Demoulas. Mark your calendars for the 8th Annual Clinton Art and Music Festival, Saturday, August 24th, featuring all forms of art and all kinds of music. Also, children's activities, food, and fun at the 8th Annual Clinton Art and Music Festival, Saturday, August 24th. Watch regional artists capture the beauty of Old Forge Labor Day weekend during the Plein Air Paint-Out presented by View. Attend the Preview Cocktail Party Saturday night and the Art Auction Sunday, September 1st at 4. The Old Forge Plein Air Paint-Out Labor Day weekend. For the most unique shopping experience, visit the Little Falls Antique Center and the shops at 25 West. Over 40 local vendors all under one roof. Shop local at the Little Falls Antique Center and the shops at 25 West. Always worth the drive. At Canal Place in Little Falls. Brenda's Natural Foods is the natural choice for healthy local products, gluten-free and gourmet foods, personal care and natural cleaning products. Brenda's Natural Foods, West Dominic Street in Rome. Shop Shelter for handmade Adirondack furniture designed by craftsman Jim Kiefer. He works with you to create custom pieces to your specifications, from dining room and coffee tables to bookcases, beds, and bunks. Call or visit Shelter on Main Street in Old Forge. Why do contractors and do-it-yourselfers shop Lincoln Davies? It's the superior grade lumber, the value for the money, the 140 years and 6 generations of customer service. Since 1872, Lincoln Davies has delivered superior lumber, value, and service, and they're not about to change things now. Celebrating 140 years at the same location, just 10 minutes south of New Hartford on Summit Road between routes 12 and 8. Lincoln Davies, building them like they used to. Call Yannick Excavating for all your residential and commercial projects, from new construction and land clearing to septic systems, driveways, basements, ponds, and topsoil. Visit yannickexcavating.com. Expecting company? Just call Deansboro Superette. They prepare delicious Middle Eastern platters for any number of guests. Call 841-4377.
Well, that feeling inside me just doesn't feel that strong now that you're gone. Now that you're gone. With all that behind me, I'll up and carry on. Now that you're gone. Now that you're gone. Now that you're gone. Now that you're gone, I won't go around pretending I'm alright. Tomorrow's the first day of the rest of my
No matter what the season, you'll find people and pets enjoying New Hartford's Sherrilbrook Park. Sherrilbrook is the town's largest park with over 200 acres of trails, ball fields, playgrounds, and picnic areas.
Well, they can walk, just open air recreation. They can tennis, softball. We have about 350 to 400 family reunions or birthday parties at our pavilions throughout the summer. Weddings, we have 40 to 50 weddings a year at the gazebo. We have a new dog run, so we have about 150 members in that now. So from hiking trails to just walking our 1 mile loop that's paved, to cross-country skiing in the winter, you name it, they can do it here.
The popular new hotspot for dogs in the know is Sherrilbrook's Dog Park. There is over an acre of fenced-in play areas for dogs and their owners. Visit MohawkValleyLiving.com for membership information.
Whether fate or destiny or plans from somewhere above, certain people were bound to meet to share a little bit of their love. For a day, a week, a year, or sometime maybe more. Little bit of love can make this.
The social and shopping hub of New Hartford is Sangertown Square, celebrating its 30th year this summer. The mall was built in a crisscross shape with a center court that leads to anchor stores at the end of each wing. Sears and JCPenney are two of the mall's original anchors.
Sangertown Square was built in 1980. It was built by the pyramid companies who were putting together, starting in the 70s, a string of malls all over upstate New York, Massachusetts, and adjacent spots like that. It's a unique shape. Their theme was Main Street, and still is Main Street USA, as you can see from center court from the facade that remains today. We are the only enclosed shopping experience, we like to call it, within a 40-mile radius, which makes it great for central New York because we got a lot of winter here and it's nice to shop with a roof over our heads.
I've been coming to Sangertown for the 30 years that it's been open, and there are a couple of things that intrigue me. One of them is this make-believe facade that you see in the center court. There's a dentist right over there, and his name is Enders. The first multiplex in the Mohawk Valley was right here in the mall. It was Hoyt's. And there's JCPenney's, which has been here since the mall opened. It is the only two-story store in the mall. And Allison told me an incredible bit of trivia that every year there are 8 million visitors to Sangertown Mall. 8 million.
I'm always looking and always lost, continuously frustrated, continuously.
I will on my swimming trunk just to see you smile.
We mentioned that New Hartford had a long tradition of farming, so we visit one of the town's oldest remaining farms, the Humphreys Farm. When we arrive, we see fields being prepared and planted for the upcoming season. We stop and talk to Donald Humphreys, who is more than happy to tell us about his amazing tractor.
Oh, this is a John Deere tractor, and this is a Kinsey 12-row planter made in the United States. It is a liquid fertilizer in the tanks, and behind that is where the seed is. And right now we're planting corn seed, planting about 32,000 seeds per acre. I have a computer in the cab that tells me the spacings per inch, the seed population, the acres, the speed. It pretty much tells me everything. So it's a very up-to-date machine. A new one now, they tell me, is $80,000. So if you wanted to get one for your garden, $80,000 would take care of it, and then you need another $120,000 for the tractor to pull it. But, you know,
they'd be straight rows.
Straight rows. Straight rows and done quick. On a real good day, I can plant 100 acres a day on a real good day, but I don't average that by any means. But she's a good machine.
We learn more about the history of this fourth-generation farm from Hugh Humphreys.
It was established by my grandfather, Hugh Humphreys, in 1912. My grandfather had two sons that both worked the farm. Of those two, each had two sons that came back and worked on the farm. And now it's into the fourth generation with my brother's son-in-law and my cousin's son. This farm was established basically with potatoes and milk. And in 2000, we exited both of those crops and concentrating on row crops such as green beans, corn, soybeans, wheat. And we do have a small acreage of pumpkins that we sell here on the farm in the fall. We operate close to 2,500 acres. We own about 1,000 of that. My kids said it was the greatest thing they could have ever happened. Even though they're no longer here, they pursue other things. They feel growing up on a farm was the best thing that can happen to them. Oh, we just love the view that we have from our houses and from the land. It just makes you appreciate Mohawk Valley. Well, I served in the Air Force for 5 years. And it was in 1970 that, just about 40 years ago right now, that I decided that the Air Force was not a place to raise a family, and that after having seen, I lived in Texas, in California, in Louisiana, and in Maine. After seeing all of them, I've decided that this area was the place that I wanted to come back to.
In 1866, James B. Turnbull walked to farms and villages to visit his customers, earning their trust. Today, the fourth generation of Turnbulls continue that dedication, tailoring a life insurance plan to suit your unique needs and priorities. Turn to the company that is out there to earn your trust. Turn to Turnbull. Do something about your chronic pain. InterX Therapy can be the answer to your post-surgical or sports injury rehabilitation or chronic neuropathic pain. Call Dr. Michael Tucherone at 853-6225 for non-invasive InterX Therapy.
Hi, Dr. Tom. Bringing your cat to the Paris Hill Cat Hospital on Sundays is a part of Mohawk Valley living. Come inside and see why.
Paris Hill Cat Hospital, this is Lindsay. How can I help you? Hello, Mrs. Cole. Your cat is losing weight and you need an appointment? And you're only available on weekends. Sure, I have an available appointment with Dr. Karen Sunday at 2 p.m. Does that fit into your schedule? Okay.
We're open 7 days a week because we know that your cat can become ill anytime. The Paris Hill Cat Hospital, quality care for your cats and kittens.
That special art, photograph, or memorabilia deserves a special frame. Oscars creates one-of-a-kind gold and silver leaf mirrors and frames. Oscars Picture Framing, 12 Kellogg Road, New Hartford. Have a tropical adventure and walk among hundreds of free-flying butterflies, tropical birds, plants, lizards, and frogs at the Pop Butterfly Conservatory. It's an unforgettable experience for all ages. Open 7 days a week on Route 7 in Oneonta. When you shop Mealan's Market, you'll be the grill master. That's because every hot dog, beef patty, and sausage is made by Bob Mealan himself. Find everything for your next cookout, from store-made meats to fresh salads and tabbouleh, at Mealan's Market at the Four Corners in Clark Mills. Experience the Fenimore Art Museum, overlooking beautiful Otsego Lake. Spend the day exploring the permanent collection of American Indian art and one of the nation's largest collections of American folk art. Current exhibitions this summer include The Wyeths, A Family Legacy, including works by N.C. Wyeth and Andrew Wyeth, and Nature and the American Vision exhibition, highlighting 19th century Hudson River School artists, on display at the Fenimore Art Museum in Cooperstown. Tom's Natural Foods is your connection to local farms for natural and organic fruits and vegetables, meats, eggs, cheeses, and other milk products at Tom's Natural Foods in Clinton, naturally.
Any money from me, baby, can't you see no matter where you go, you never find another friend like me. Anytime you are alone and blue, please hurry home, won't you? I'll be waiting for you, baby, can't you see no matter where.
The challenges of growing any of the old varieties, the heirloom varieties, is that there's a trade-off, but the flavor is really worth it. And so you're going to see some of these systematic problems as they grow, which are cat face, blight. They may not be resistant to other diseases, and they're more delicate to handle. They're a softer skin, but it holds all that rich flavor. If you're somebody that really likes to can a lot of tomatoes, put them up, save them for the winter months, I'm giving you kind of a cautionary warning. This year may not be a very long tomato season. If you remember, it started late because of the weather and the water. We've had many nice, cool nights of sleep. Not really great for tomatoes. What I'm seeing in the fields are that we have a very limited crop. We're not seeing a lot of new blossoms that'll extend the season longer. So I would watch for the tomatoes to be ready, gather them, process them, because it may be a shorter season than we think.
Thanks for tuning in. We always enjoy our trips to New Hartford, and we hope that you will tune in again next week, and that between now and then you will enjoy Mohawk Valley living.